Okay, so if you took the collective temperature of the whole game, I think this is the low point, right? So if you asked everyone how they were feeling, 1 to 10, 10 being fucking amazing and 1 being paranoid, scared, alone, whatever, we're talking like probably an average of like a 2 or a 3, I think. So this is a collective low point, and that is where I should thrive, because I don't feel low. I thought yesterday's tribal was a blast. I am personally disappointed that we blew an idol. The Taste and Chili Alliance stinks. We didn't need to. I was almost positive we were fine. But Taste called for it, and so I played it, and it was his idol. It was his decision, not mine. I did have to defend that, and there's some blowback there, and some damage. But here is where Survivor happens. The game, I believe, at this point has been blown wide open. But when you step back and look at it, I think I am the only one who may actually be happy coming out of that tribal. Let's think about what happened. So if you wanted Merc to go, you're unhappy. So that takes care of 5 people. Everyone who voted Merc, is not happy and is sad and perhaps disappointed and disillusioned. Then you've got Merc, whose name was written down by 5 people, so guess what? He's not happy. You then have Taste, who blew an idol, not happy. I think that Drake and Chaos, Chaos voted for Merc anyway, so he's not happy. I believe that Drake is totally overwhelmed by the situation. They're not reachable. Hashel, after doing the giant move that he did and seeing how it blew up in his face, is especially unhappy. Which leaves a couple people who I think still have room to maneuver and maybe feel pretty solid. And that is myself, that is Spokes, and that is Jose. I believe, and I've said it before, Jose is playing the best game of Survivor as far as I can tell. He has endured and survived the most. No one has a problem with Jose, and yet he has known where most of the votes are going to go when he's had the ability to. So Jose is looking good, and Spokes is looking good. I am not connected to Spokes in a meaningful way, and that needs to change. It just needs to change. I think that he is an influencer in this game, and a quiet and a clever one, and I want to get more aligned with him. So that's kind of where I'm at. Now, how does my game change in this space where everyone is despondent, or perhaps the most despondent they will be? I don't want to go to work here. I'm playing this game to play it. It is definitely challenging when people that I am counting on feel the need to kind of check out and take a break. I don't want to check out. Not right now. I want to play. But I can't quite play when people are not feeling it, and I won't push that. I want to respect that this is indeed just a game, and a game that relies on you being social and vulnerable and open, and then being hurt. It's a weird game. It's called a social game, but it's not. It's a very antisocial game. The agenda here being, I survive to the end over you. This is not a communal game. It's not a pro-social game. You have to be sneaky. You have to be a little bit, underhanded. I haven't honestly been very much that way. I've had to tell some lies, but nothing that I believe has really gotten anyone hurt. So I'm thinking about how I want to handle things, and I'm not entirely sure how I want to play things moving forward. I still want my door to be open, and I still will use my natural inclination of hearing people out and allowing people to sort of feel their way through things to my benefit, because why wouldn't I? It is indeed very funny. I have tried to explain what it is that I'm doing to people, and they don't understand. They don't get this. People in my real life. And I don't know what it feels like to fly out to Fiji and play this for, quote, real. But it feels very real to play it this way. I know that much. The feelings are real. The reactions are real. I made a really good friend. Taste is a really good friend. We actually speak now. Like, we call one another about decisions. And we're buddies. I imagine that's going to last beyond the game. And yet I have things in my game that do not overlap with his interests, and I'm going to start playing more independently. That's fucking weird. It's just weird no matter if you're on an island or if you're on a Discord server. It's a strange game. I love that I'm playing it, and I love that it's forcing me to think creatively, to feel creatively. but you have to be ready for it. And I don't know how many people were. I'm not saying that I'm special or that I have a greater capacity to handle this stuff, but I knew what I was signing up for. I knew that this could feel very real, because it is real, because the people are still real. I do feel bad for those who hadn't sort of known what it is they were getting into, and I'm going to treat them carefully and with some distance, and I'm not going to be pushy. If you check out what I did in the Advanced Wars chat, I essentially opened up the door to tell everyone that they didn't need to still be here. And I did that for a couple reasons. One was to try to figure out where chaos and taste were. But I also don't want anyone to feel the pressure to carry something that they don't want to carry. Staying in an alliance means you commit to a certain number of people, and then you owe a certain level of honesty. And I believe that for some, going against that and going against the interests of a group can really weigh on them. I think it weighs on everybody, but it doesn't weigh on me much. But I worry about it feeling like a very, very big thing for players like Chaos and Drake. And by separating any sort of commitment factor for them to the Alliance, I'm hoping that they can connect more with me one-on-one. That's kind of where my head's at. I think I'm largely done with alliances outside of the Mafia 4, which, by the way, is still the strongest presence in the game, and I'm so fucking glad I'm in it. Like, that was the one block that, as far as I can tell, truly stuck together. So I'm really glad we're there. Really glad, that we have that and I'm in it. Outside of that, I think it's just one-on-one connections now, though. At least that's how I'm going to play it. So there's a lot of moves left to be made. Be ready for me to play my idol. I don't fucking know. I'm playing it if I get even a whiff that there's a problem, because I just want to keep playing. And if I play it, I can get to play. And I might be able to find another one. I don't give a shit. I don't think I'm winning this game. I don't think there's a chance that anyone takes me to the end. And even at the end, I think people could make a case to say they play better than me. So I just want to keep playing. So I might very well play my idol. And if I didn't need to, I don't care, because I just want to keep playing. So that's where we're at. A collective low point. But from here, a lot of opportunities for good gameplay and good relationships to form. So looking forward to it, and we'll see how it all goes.